Take cover, don't get wet, and stay dry. Wow, Captain Obvious over here. I was in level 4, but I was at the front, so I had no cover on over my head, apart from my hood. So I don't know what you take cover where, under the seat, where it's also wet. Hello, you just made the list. Not looking too good so far. Not looking too god so far from out. Not looking too god. Mr. Cat, I have to put your name down again because I ran out of space for your original entry. They better wake up. This is after the game, still waiting for them to wake up. I'm still waiting now. Didn't wake up the week after either. Oh, this was brilliant. I was walking around Brisbane and I was telling people that I'm walking around Melbourne, guys. I can't find the MCG where the Giant Saints game is going on. Like 3 people asked me, are you going to the Giant Saints game? And I didn't answer because I wanted to keep it a surprise. I was walking around Brisbane like, wait, this isn't the Yarra River. I was just keeping things quiet, and I was like, I found a G, guys, standing outside the gather. They were good community posts, I think. Once again, guys, I apologize for not singing Country Roads. I know the words. I do know the words. I was just taking in the moment. Okay? I apologize. I should have sang. I know I should have sang. But it was a good video regardless. That was beautiful, though. That's my favourite experience at AFL game. Brisbane, Port Adelaide. I know it wasn't close in the end. It was close for half the game though, but experiencing a whole chorus of people just singing songs, it was just a beautiful atmosphere. Very different vibe to the MCG. MCG was a lot louder, obviously more people, but like MCG atmosphere is just like it explodes, it rocks, it's, you know, it vibrates. Brisbane doesn't vibrate, it doesn't rock. Brisbane seems more sophisticated, is that the right word? I don't even know. It just seems a bit more civil at the Gabba, shall we say. They still swear at umpires. It just doesn't seem that they're not as brutal as they are in Melbourne. So it's just like, it's just a nice family vibe, and then everyone starts singing. It's just like, wow, we're having a good time here. And I like Brisbane as well on top of that, so it was just a great experience. I'm so glad I chose to do that instead of staying in Melbourne for GWS. And I had VIP seats. It was a great view. Have a safe flight. It was safe. I'm not going to explain what happened, but oh my days. Getting home was the most stressful thing ever. I will say it briefly. Plane got delayed, landed. By the time I got to US Customs, my second plane was leaving in 4 minutes. I got to Customs. Because the thing with US airports is you got to collect your suitcase again. You can't, if you're transiting, you got to collect your suitcase regardless. That's the just US custom rules, extra security, whatever. You gotta take your bag, recheck it, then go for security again, right? Because I was so late, I needed the officer to get me through straight away. I was panicking, I was in a bit of a rush. He didn't believe what I was just like, I need to get home, going home. I showed you British passport, you can see the inside, you see I'm from England. I'm just trying to go home. He just like, second interview. I had to wait in the waiting room just for the second officer to say, you're okay, you can go. Missed my flight, had to wait 4 hours for a new flight. Even though I waited all day for the second flight, it was a smooth flight. Then we got there early and there was trouble at Heathrow. Too many planes. Also, when I landed from Australia to the US, there were too many planes, no gates available. We had to wait like half an hour, so that's another reason why I was delayed. The plane was delayed already, and I was delayed further because of that. In London, it was so bad you couldn't even land. It wasn't even a gate problem. You couldn't even land, too much air traffic. We were circling around London in the clouds like 20 minutes, and then we landed. And then there was no gates. Honestly, the worst journey I've ever had. Like, my word. It was safe. And, you know, at least the pilots flew the plane well. Did you come to Melbourne? Where have you been, Bilba? Bloody hell, mate. Not here for the grand final, unfortunately, no. Believe it or not, guys, I have a job. It's 40 hours a week. We get 30 days off a year. Yeah, including bank holidays, though. It's not including bank holidays, but still. I get about 30 days a year off. So, like, I can't just use them all. Like, I used half of them on California in March. There's no way I could have stayed for a month. So, you know, I didn't think I'd get a ticket for grand final. So I thought, let me get a week 1 flight. And then I'll maybe get tickets. And I did, I got free. One day I'll be at grand final. One day I'll go to grand final, don't worry. Oh yeah, no window seat 15 hours from Australia to USA. That's another issue. Why does this guy seem like the sweetest guy ever? No comment. Blues Port. Zipsy, that's the third time now. Davidoff, the Carlton fan, strikes again. He thought he could disguise it by pretending he thinks Carlton lose the prelim, but his tricks are going to trick me. Okay, mates. Yes, mates, because I, Davidoff, clearly, secretly thought that Carlton would beat the Lions of the Gabba. Yeah, that's definitely what it is. Flipping Hyper's on the list again. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Ben Parsons, you just made the list twice. Melbourne by 10 points, that's one. And Brisbane versus Melbourne. First of all, didn't happen, but at least you got Brisbane winning. So that's still twice. Melbourne by 12, Power by 35. Ethan, you just made the list. I'll make it 5 times. That's 4 plus the time before. Expectations again. We shall skip over this completely. The funny thing, both Carlton and Generous win their games. Go to prelim next week. Nice one, Mark. That's good. Again, not bad, Thomas. Not bad. I think it's Carlo, but we'll call him User just in case. Melbourne, incorrect. Again, Melbourne won't be in the prelim, clearly. And also incorrect. You thought they'd also beat Brisbane at the Gabba. GWS by 9 points. Incorrect, but at least it was close. And a GWS in a match that wouldn't happen against Melbourne. I'm gonna add another 3 for that, and then again incorrect. So 8 times. Blues by 8, Port by 34. You were almost there. You're almost there. You just made a list for a 5th time, Duelas. Brisbane's record at the finals at the MCG is better than the home and away record. Not surprised. They never win at the MCG. If Melbourne knock out, they're going to be the Lions. Well, he wasn't wrong. But you, as a big fan of Die Hard, the film where this quote came from, first of all, it's Yippee as in Y-I-P-P double E, not Y. Kai is just K-I, and Yay, Y-A-Y. Alright, you got it wrong. Okay, it's not Yippee-Ki A-I. It's Yippee-Ki-Yay, okay? You got it wrong. You got it wrong. That is a legendary quote that shall not be misquoted. Port will defeat the Giants. Mikey the Hats, you just made the list.
You just made the list. You just made the list. You just made the list. You just made the list! You just made the list!